Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you. Shauna Marie Fisher here for my weekly Sunday Night Live. I think that's what I'm going to start calling it, Sunday Night Live. Not Saturday Night Live, but Sunday Night Live. So happy Sunday to you. I hope you all are having a great week. So let's see here. See who is joining me. I'll just give it a minute here. I know it takes a minute for people to come on. So I am just going to give it a minute, and I'm going to pull up this other thing here. So I'm going to give it a minute for people to come on. I know sometimes it takes a minute here. So because I want to share this. So there you go, and have that link ready. Hey, Doreen, good to see you. Long time no see. Good to see you here. Let's see here. So let's see here. Yeah. So I'm like, happy Sunday. I am so ready for spring. I don't know about any of you other people here in the Pacific Northwest. I love the Pacific Northwest, but it's been so gloomy. I'm ready for some sun and ready for spring. So I am ready. So that is that. Hey, Lisa, good to see you, Lisa. Doreen, and then good to see you, Rachel. Oh, Rachel. Oh, I'm sending you so much love, Rachel. Oh, I can't even imagine how hard that is, right? Because our fur babies and our winged babies are such a part of our life. And what your parrot is showing me is they're showing me something about like my wings, like something was like with my wings, and my wings are better now than they ever were. My wings are better than they ever were, and there was something like underlying that was going on. That Jasper, okay, Jasper. Um, and hey Lexi, and hey Lily, Annette. So yeah, there was something underlying going on, like by my wing, is what Jasper's saying, and he says you were the best, and we're all sending you so much love, Rachel. So hopefully you can feel that. Jasper says like there's something with my wings too. Like he's showing me like aside from the lungs, there was something like underlying like with my wings too, and like my wings are freer now than they ever were. Like I could ruffle them more than I could ever ruffle them in life. Like I'm so much more with my wings and with my breath. And he says there's no way you would have known. And he says he doesn't. And Haley, he doesn't want you to think about and hey, Wendy, about like, oh my gosh, like what if I would have had this filter? What if I would have done this? He says he doesn't want you to think about that. He says he doesn't want you to think about that. He just wants you to feel his love and feel him like being able to like expand more than he's ever been able to expand. And he says, watch for like little kind of like feathers. And he showed me like if you kind of go like this with your mouth and you're like, oh, like what is that? You know, I feel like there's a hair in my mouth or something like that. He says that's him sending you his love. And he says, watch for those signs. And he says he's so grateful. And if you hear like little things in his cage, know that that's a sign from him too. He showed me like a little wood. Like if you hear something with the wood, know that that's a sign from me and that I'm sending you my love. And we're all sending you so much love, Rachel. I know it's not easy. So there is that. And Lexi, your Tinkerbell misses you so much too. And she says, look to the stars. She says, look to the stars and the dust and the stars. She's like, look to the stars and look to the dust and the stars. Look to the dust and the stars. And I'm still like floating around with you, and I still send you so much love. And she thinks about you too. And then she showed me like an image of a peacock and how they like move fast with their feathers in, out, the feathers in, out. So she says, know that like fanning of my love is always with you. And when you think about me, I think about you. When you think about me, I'm thinking about you, she says. Oh, so much love. And let's see here. And you're so welcome, Rachel. You are so welcome. So, and another thing, and hey, Bobby Joe, good to see you. And hey, Emmy, good to see you too. So, one thing I love to share with people is a really cool way to connect with our pets. And this could be our pets that are living and our pets that are past. If we just kind of close our eyes and we could put one hand or two hands on our heart, and we just close our eyes. We can have our like feet flat on the ground, and we just kind of are in that space of just whatever is going to come through, and we just let the images or words flow through, and then we can have like a pen and paper to write with and write all those messages that come through. That can be a really cool thing to do to connect with any of our pets out there. I really love to suggest that to people. So because it's powerful, that journaling aspect is powerful. So hey Susan, good to see you. And you're so welcome, Lexi. You're so welcome. And then Julie, good to see you too, Julie. Let's see here. Rachel, I'm gonna just do this follow-up question with Rachel and then go to Julie. No, you're fine, Rachel, because I know it's so hard. And then sometimes when you get clarity from one thing, like another question comes up. So you are fine. You're fine. So you said, can you ask Jasper if he was happy the past 2 weeks? He was doing so much treatment. He showed me something like with like that he's calling like a steam kind of treatment. He says, I like that steam treatment. And he said, you work so well with like helping with that. He's showing me like helping with something, like there's something here to help clear things out. And you worked with helping, and he says you guys really like connected more deeper like during that time. He says there was such a depth of our connection that went even deeper. Then it went even deeper and went even deeper. And he says like watch for the birds in the sky, because he says you'll see me flying, or you'll see like an image of a bird, and you'll just know that it's me. He says you'll know that it's me. And he says I was happy because we were trying, and that's what we do. And he says he loves you so much too. And he says just watch for him and just close your eyes and know that like he's with you, and he's always like in your heart. He says I'm always in your heart, always in your heart. Oh no, it's so hard. And hey Denise, good to see you. Let's see here. And good to see you, Julie. Welcome. I'm so glad you could tune in. Julie says, wondering if you know if, oh, sorry, here. Yes, Rachel, I see that he's going to be like a guidepost for you. He says, I'm going to be like a guidepost. So he's like showing me that like, if you see like a bird like that's sitting on a pool or something like that, know that that's his energy that's tuned into that, and that he's your guidepost. He says he will always be your guidepost is what he says. So there's that. And hey, Stacy, good to see you. And then Julie, I'm so glad you could tune in. You said you're wondering if you know if our new kitty is deaf or only hard of hearing. He hollers a lot. He has diarrhea, so on. So he says like he's acclimating well. So it's like the antibiotics are helping. And he says like his one ear, he says his one ear, the way it's designed, it's like he's having me like cool, kind of pull and tug at my ear. It's like the depths of my ears, the way it's designed. It's like sometimes it's like, wait, what? Oh, it's like, what? It's like I can't hear as well out of that one ear. And I feel like what he's showing me is it's his left ear. It's like my left ear I don't hear out as well out of. Like I'm not deaf, but I can't hear as well out of that. So and he says he likes to talk, to be like, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So he says he really likes to have his presence be known. He says he really likes to have his presence be known. So there is that. And let's see here. Now I see a question from Denise. So I try to kind of go in order, but sometimes I, kind of skip. So let's see here. And so Rachel says, thank you so much. He waited to see me until he died. Is there anything else he wants me to know? And then I'll let everyone else talk. No, you're fine, Rachel. So what he's showing me is he wants you to know that he wants you to remember that he did wait for you, and he'll always be like in the wings with you. He says, I'll always be in the wings. And show me like all you have to do is like pull that curtain open and just imagine like you're pulling up a curtain, and he'll always be there with you. He says, all you have to do is just call that in, call that presence in, and I'll always be there with you, and I'll always be there with you. And I send you so much love, and to watch for the signs from me, because he says the signs are going to be really deep and powerful. So he says watch for the signs from him. He says watch for the signs. So so much love. I know it's so hard, and give yourself time, because the way I like to tell people is there's no time limit on grief, and there's no rules on grief. We grieve how we grieve, and there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just you process it how you process it, and we always we always process things in our own way. So just remember that, to be gentle with yourself. So there's that. um and Rachel here, no, Denise, sorry, I was like, wait, okay. Denise says, can I ask a question for both cats? Absolutely, Denise. So I'm going down to town Friday for 2 weeks, and my housemate wants to scoop Angel's box only once a day. I do it twice daily. Is it okay to scoop it once daily? He says, no, no, no. He says, I need it twice. He's like, twice. He's like, she needs to scoop it twice. She needs to scoop it twice. She needs to scoop it twice, and she needs to scoop it twice. Here, hold on a second here. Yeah. And I'm going to get to that in just a second, Rachel, because yes, I do have something for that. So thank you. Yes. He says he likes it to be scooped twice a day. Because he says if it's once a day, he says that does increase the chance of peeing outside the box. And he's like, she's not going to be wanting to wipe around that. So he's like, stick to the routine. And he's like, it's really not that hard. He says, stick to the routine. It's really not that hard. Um, and then also lately, her cat Madeline acts like she's starving and begs for food for hours before mealtime. She only eats wet food 3 times a day. Does she actually need more food? Madeline says yes, yes, yes. She says, have some dry food available for me too. So it's like, have that wet, but have some food that like I can go and get on my own, so I can have like access to that all the time. And then if she hasn't done blood work recently, I would check that out too, to see if there is like a way to like do some blood work, just to make sure everything is okay and there's not an underlying cause of why she's been more hungry lately. So there is that there. So hopefully that helps. And let's see here. And then yes, Rachel. So I do have, what I'm going to share here is I'm going to share my my link tree, and it does have my I have my PayPal me link under there, under my link tree. And this recording also too, you asked about like, will the recording be on here? Yeah, like all my lives are saved on my page, so you'll be able to oh, okay, so you'll be able to go and go back and rewatch it. So yes, so that will be there. So you can probably go back and listen to it, and then do the screen record. So Denise says, for Madeline, no dry food for her, no teeth. She says, I can still have a little bit of that. Like if you get like kind of like a like a like a softer kind of dry food or something that she can have, because she's like, I want some food out all the time. So I don't know, like with wet food, it can be kind of icky if you leave it out all the time. So she's like, find something for me that you can leave out all the time. She says, so find something for me you can leave out all the time, is what she says. She's like, give me something you can have out for me all the time. So there's that. And hey, Kate, and hey, Mary, good to see you. Let's see here. And you're so welcome, Rachel. I'm so glad you could tune in. And thank you, Lisa, for telling Rachel about this. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see here. And all right. So, and so much love to you, Charmel. Hi, Charmel. So much love to you. Oh, I loved Penny. Oh, my goodness. So, and then Lisa says, Kaya is here today, and she has been wagging her tail since I turned in and tilting her head, looking at the phone. Laugh out loud. Is she trying to tell me something? She's like, thanks for listening to me always. And hi, Kaya, giving you lots of kisses and love, Kaya. Sending you kisses and love. She says she loves to like be a part of everything, and she's intrigued, and she's like, this is so much fun. And she's like, thank you for helping me love cats again. She's like, thank you for helping me love cats again. So she says, thank you for that. And let's see here. Good to see you, Kate. And I know there was a question. You're so welcome, Denise. And I know there's a question, I think, from Susan, and then from Wendy. So I'm just, yeah. Sorry, the stuff comes through like really fast. So I have to flip back up. So let's see here. And you're so welcome, Denise. And then Lisa says, she's tilting her head listening to you. It's so cute. Oh, Kaya, you're such a pretty girl. She says she likes it when people call her a pretty girl. She's like, I am a pretty girl. She's like, I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. Um, let's see here. And then Susan. Oh, so much love, Susan. Susan says, we said goodbye to our Wiggles 2 months ago. He was almost 16, and I'm anxious to know that he is okay. He says he says what he did is he said he went through the gate like faster than he ever went through the gate when he passed. He's like, I passed through like so quick that I passed really quick, and that like I can run like I could never like run. He's like, I'm running, running, running. He's like, I'm running so fast. He's like, I'm running so fast. He's like, I'm running faster than I ever ran. And he wants you to like go spend some time like sitting outside and being outside. He's showing me that like you sitting outside and being with the grass and like enjoying like a nice beverage outside. He says when you're out there doing that and you're doing things like that, that he's with you. He says that I'm with you. And he says that he just loves you so much. And he says, thank you for all the fun and all the ventures. He says, thank you for all the fun and all the ventures. He says, thank you for all the fun and all the ventures is what he says. He says he's so grateful for that. So he says, thank you so much for all of that. So, oh, so much love. And, remember, there's no time limit on grief, too. I always like to tell people there's no time limit on grief. Like, I feel like it's always a part of us. So just remember to be gentle with yourself with that. And hey, Shelly, good to see you. And so much love to you, Wendy. Wendy says, I'm upset thinking that when they took Gizmo back to the back of the vet, I thought that they was only putting in the part, but they sedated him. I wanted to be there for that. They kept him away too long. He says that he like felt your presence there when they were sedating him. He says, I felt your presence there. So he says know that, and he says that part would have been too hard for you. He says that part would have been too hard for you. So he says that he wants you to know that even though you weren't with him, you were with him, and then they brought him back like when he was, in that like peaceful place. So he says just know that. He says just know that. And he says he sends you like his love, and he says he sends you his love, and he says like that was better for you to not be there, so then you wouldn't have had that like anticipation with the sedation. So it was easier for you not to have that anticipation, and then for him to not have that anticipation. So he says that was easier to have it be like that. So, and oh, so much love, because I know that's a hard thing. I know. So much love, Wendy, because she just had to say goodbye to her Gizmo this week. So I know it's never an easy thing. And then let's see here. And hey, Lisa, good to see you. You and Chloe Grace. And let's see here. Oh, that's cool, Emmy. Emmy says the parrot said he will always be in the wings, and you got a visual of wings when you first saw the parrot. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Cool, Emmy. I love that you pieced that together. I was like, yes, I did, didn't I? I love that. And then Charmel says Penny passed on the 30th. Any messages from her? Oh, so much love, Charmel. So she's showing me bubbles and fun. She's like, I'm so grateful for all the fun that I got to have toward the end of my life. She's like, I got to have fun, and I got to experience lots of friends and play. And she's like, I got to have so much fun. And she says she is always like so happy to see you. She's like, I was so happy to see you. And you saw kind of like a new like leash on Penny, that she kind of had like that, like a youngness to her kind of toward that end of her life. She says I had that like youngness toward the end of my life. And so she says that she's so grateful for all the fun that you let her, that you helped her to have toward the end of her life. She says thank you for all that fun that I got to have toward the end of my life. She says she's so grateful for that. So there is that. And then let's see here. I feel like I'm missing a question. Okay. All right. So let's see here. And then Kate says, is still doing messages. Absolutely, Kate. Can you ask Billy why she hates and chases Eddie so much. She says, Billy says, because it's fun and I can. She's like, it's fun and I can, and you keep showing me like how good I do at it. So like show me less. So it's like those pictures we send in our heads of like what we project them to do or not do. They pick up on that, and a lot of times they amplify that. So so if you just kind of like don't pay too much attention to it, then she says maybe it won't be as much fun, because she says I like to like egg it on. She says she's like I like to egg it on. She says I like to egg it on is what she says. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So that's wait, hold on a second. I feel like I missed part of that here. Where did that question go? Yes, so there is that. So Kate says, haha, too funny. Yeah. Because she's like, I'm so good at it and it irritates him so much. She's like, it's so much fun. So she's like, just let us do our thing and it's okay. She's like, he likes it. So oh my goodness. So Mel says she got to play with the younger dogs at the new place. Thanks. Oh, you're so welcome. She says she had so much fun. She's like, I forgot how I love to chase and have fun. She's like, it was fun. She's like, I love that so much. She's like, thank you, thank you. And then, hey, Carmen, good to see you. And then Wendy says, I seriously made it beautiful for us and will ever be forever be truly grateful for you. Oh, thank you, Wendy. That means so much. I'm so glad that I was able to help. So it means so much to me to be there for people during those times, because I know it's so hard. And then Mary says, hey, Shauna, wondered if Bistro says if he is feeling better. He had a few good days and is eating better. He says, yes, yes, yes. He's like having me go like this. He's like, yes, yes, yes. He's like, I'm tapping around the food. And he's like, this is good. This is good. So he says he's feeling a lot better, but he says like finish the rest of the like stuff to give him to like keep him feeling better. So he's like, finish that course of whatever you have. But he says, I'm feeling so much better, because he's like, ooh, look at this that I have, and look at this that I have. He's like, oh boy. He's like, I really love it. He's like, yum, yum, yum. So he's like, yum, 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 yum. So there's that. So there we go. Oh my goodness, Bistro. And he's like, thank you for helping me feel better. Because he's like, okay. It's like, whew, on that road to recovery. He's so grateful for that. And then Kate says she doesn't hurt him and is pretty funny unless you're standing between them. Yeah, because she's like, don't be getting in my way. She's like, no, 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 don't get in my way. So she's like, you watch out. Because she's like, She's like, no, no, no. So, oh my goodness. And you're so welcome, Mary, and much love to you, Mary. You're so welcome. And then, hey, Kayla, good to see you. And hey, Tijan, good to see you. I always feel like I say your name wrong, but I'm like Tijan, kind of like Dijon, Tijan. So there you go. So that's how I'm saying it. So hopefully that's right. So there we go. Okay. Let's see here. Doreen. Doreen says, will Eleanor ever be able to get along with the cats and not want to eat them? I don't trust her right now. What she's showing me, she says that she's going to need to grow up a little bit more to be around the cats. And she's showing me the more cat that like doesn't pay as much attention to her is kind of going to be like the gatekeeper for helping her to be better with the cats. Because she says she's like showing me the one of the cat that they kind of have like like the cat's out, and they kind of have like a thing where they kind of have a standoff. So she says like the more the cat that's like the more calm or chiller cat is around, that cat's going to help. And she says it's going to take her a little bit. And she says like this year, she's like, I feel like I'll be better this year, but it's going to take some time. And like, she says the less you, she says she's like, okay. She's like, I just get so amped up. She's like, like, let me touch my head. She's like, I get so amped up with everything with them that I just don't know what to do. So she's like, kind of like wind my energy down before being around them and see if that helps. And she says, you're right not to trust me right now with them. And she says, just to keep going with that, and that, like give it a little bit more time. She's showing me like maybe like 6 to 9-ish months more. And I know that's a long time, but she says, she's like, just work with me with it. Cause she's like, I'm such a pretty twirly girl. She's like, I'm such a pretty twirly girl. So she's like, just work with me on it. And she says, I will be good. She's like, just work with me on it. So there's that. And hey, Tina, good to see you, Tina. Let's see here. And hold on here. I see. I'm just trying to go. Okay, Lisa, what's wrong with my brother's horse TikTok? So as I'm tuning into TikTok, it's like there's something about my about my about my front left leg, kind of like where my knee bends, or something with my front left leg and my knee that's kind of creating other things that are off balance too. So look at my left side is what I get with TikTok is and I love that name for a horse. That's so cute. So look at my left side, and there's like an off balance with my left side. There's an off balance with my left side is what I get with that. So there's an off balance with my offside. And hey, Tina, good to see you. Let's see here. And let's see here. And then Wendy says, how is Bagheera taken to Gizmo being gone? So Bagheera says, like, it's like it's like having me breathe like that. Like I'm getting adapted, and we're like healing together. We're healing together. We're healing together. So it's like I feel like Gizmo's presence still near me, and Gizmo is helping me to acclimate with that. Gizmo is helping me to acclimate that with that. And so it's like we're helping each other with the healing is what I get. So so much love. And then you're so welcome, Lisa. And then I'm going to jump to the questions from Kayla, and then Carmen. So let's see here. And I love that name, Kayla. I love that. That's like perfect for her. You said, anything I can do to help Miss Willow eat. She eats a little and threw up the old food the shelter gave me. Anything I can do to help with her eating. She doesn't ever seem hungry and threw up the food from the shelter. I took her to the vet and they said nothing is physically wrong. I'm trying to separate her and Jack because he will eat everything. Jack says, oh my gosh. Jack says, he says, I'm a Pac-Man cat. He's like, mom, 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 like, I'll eat everything. He's like, boom, 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 boom. So what I get with that food is like this, like I get like toss it out, toss it out, toss it out. Cause she's like, no, no, no. She's like, I don't like that. And she says she likes something more, she says, I like something more, more more savory. She says I like something more savory. She's like I like something more that's like kind of like a savory kind of food. So she's showing me like give me something that has like a good like coating of flavor on it. She's like give me that good coating of flavor, but she's like the other stuff she's like bleh. She's like I don't like that as much. So she says like kind of like stir up my food a little bit in there. She's like stir it up and kind of move it around. Be like, oh, look at this, Willow. And then because she says she likes to eat like the middle part of the food instead of like the outer edge. She's like, I like the middle part. So she's like, make sure the middle's all like nice and full. So that's what she says with that. She's like, I don't like that other food though. She's like, bleh. So she's like, get rid of that for me. So there you go. So hopefully that helps. So there's that. And then Susan, Wiggles, what I was getting from Wiggles is he says I'm okay, and he says that I can run more than I've ever been able to run, and he's like he went really fast when he passed. He's like I ran through the gate and I ran, and he's like he's having fun and adventure. He's like he's having fun and adventure, and then he told me that he like loves to sit out with you, like when you're sitting out, like having a beverage and sitting outside, like with your feet in the grass and enjoying that outsideness. He said that he's with you and he loves that. And he says you can feel my presence there as you kind of like tap your foot and feel your energy connected to the ground. He says that he's there. He says he's there with you. So that's what I get there. So And you're welcome, Wendy. You're welcome, Lisa. And then Tina, good to see you. Let's see here. I know there's a question from I feel like I'm missing a question. Okay, it was from where is the question? It was from I just have to scroll back up here. It was from Carmen. How is wants to know how Maya is doing because let's see, is asking why her three cats can't get along. Ella and Cookie pick on Maya. Oh, you're so welcome, Doreen. You're so welcome, Doreen, and you're welcome, Susan. And yeah, so much love to you all. I'm so grateful for all of you tuning in here. And then let's see here. And Kayla Willow says, I'm so grateful to be with you. She's like, I'm so grateful. She's like, I love to like nuzzle with you. She's like, I'm a nuzzler. She's like, I'm a nuzzler. She's like, I love to be a nuzzler. So there's that. And Jack's like, I think she'll be okay. Jack is like, I think I like her. So there's that. Let's see here. So Ella and Cookie pick on Maya because they're like, hey, like, why do you like pay attention and like her so much is what they're showing me. Like, why do you like pay attention and like her so much is what they're showing, because that's why they pick on her. And they say like it's easy to just kind of pick on her. They say it's like easy to kind of like pick on her. They're like, it's so easy to pick on her. Like, it's so easy to pick on her. So they are showing me to kind of like give them outlets of things that they can kind of do together, that would be helpful. Like, just, kind of see them doing stuff together. And that will be really helpful if they can have more of that time to bring in that togetherness together, that will help. But they say they're like, they say, just keep showing them, like, when they feel like they want to gang up on Maya, that they get distracted by like, oh no, there's this toy over here, like one of those like, oh gosh, they have those like it's like a hard thing, and it's like has a ball in it that they kind of kick around. Like, give some of that stuff to them, and that will help. Like, give them some fun stuff to do. And Ella says, like, yeah, Ella is showing me, and this is weird, I never had anything like this come up. Ella says there's something off with, like, I feel like there's something off with like my white blood count. She's like, I feel like there's something off with my white blood count. She says, I feel like there's something off with like my white blood count. So that's what I get with Ella there, Carmen. Let's see here. And hey, Nicole, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. And like the birthday and the name, like, oh my God, so perfect for your new little one that you're gonna have in July. I'm so excited for you. You're so welcome. So awesome. So and you're welcome, Carmen, and you're welcome, Nicole. And hey, Andrea, good to see you. Good to see you. I was just going to turn in for the night, and then I saw you were like, oh, I'm so glad you saw me and that you were able to tune in. That's awesome. I love it. So yeah, I do this. For those of you that don't know, I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then this month, I'm so excited. So I'm back with my friend Carol, doing a live with her once a month. So on Tuesday, the 17th, it's going to be the third Tuesday of every month at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Then I'm going to be going live with my friend Carol. So it's in her Embrace Your Life Facebook group, and then also on her Positive Focus Facebook page. So that'll be Tuesday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So it's always really a cool conversation. We talk about like a different topic that's related to animal communication, and then I do some readings, and it's really, really fun to do that. And plus, like, if you want some inspiration, following her page is amazing. So it's like Positive Focus on Facebook is her page, and then Embrace Your Life is the group that she has on Facebook. So if you need a little like extra pick me up and a little extra inspiration, it's really a cool group, and I always have so much fun connecting with her. Carol is amazing. She's one of my most favorite people in the world. Like, I've never met somebody so positive and so amazing. And then also too, I want to share this with you. So I have my my spirit animal of the year readings, and so I decided to open them up again until like the end of January. So what it is I tune into an animal in nature that's offering you guidance, and then I do a voice recording for you with the message from the animal, and then I also give you a color that will help you with that animal. And then I give you an affirmation as well. And then what I do is I give you a piece of like a Microsoft Word document that has a picture of the color with 3 attributes of the color, and then there'll be a document with a picture of the animal and 3 attributes of the animal, and then there'll be like a Microsoft Word document with your affirmation, and then also too with your color. It'll have your color and your animal of the year all tied into one, so you can kind of use that throughout the year. And those are $44, and I have all the information here. So let's see here. So I don't know if it's posting all of that. So let's see here. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't post all the stuff, but anyway, you can look on my page, and like the couple posts before this, it's on my page if you want that information. So there is that. So feel free to reach out to me. And hey, Mandy, good to see you. I hope all is well with you as well. And then yes, Andrea, I do tap into dogs that are on this side, and then that are on the other side as well. So I do both. So yes. So there you go. So yes, yes, yes. So let's see here. Oh, cool. Thank you, Nicole. She says my comment was posted with all the info. Perfect. Thank you. Yay! I love it. So thank you for that. And then Emmy says, I'm being guided by Hawk, Animal of the Year. I love it, Emmy. I love that you're open and you're tuning into that. And, that's where the magic happens, is when we are open to all the magic that is there for us. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see here. And then Andrea, let's see. Andrea says, I would love to know how my dog, the X is doing if you feel drawn. I would love to know how my dog, the X, so that's your dog's name, is the X, is I just want to make sure. So let's see here. So I feel like the dog is the dog with you now, or with somebody else, or is the dog's name X, or with your X? So if you could give me clarity on that, that would be awesome. Oh, he has Zariah. Okay, that's what I was tuning, because I was like, wait, I feel like, okay. So Zariah says that that when she sleeps, that she thinks of you, and she says when you sleep, she says she is in your dreams, and she says that she needed to be there for him, because he needs that little extra pull that she gives him. So he needed that, and that she loves you, and then she'll help you to find your next fur baby. She says, I'll help you to find your next fur baby. And she sends you all her love. She's like, I send you all your love. And she's like, thanks for being the best for me. She's like, I appreciate you and all you did for her. She says, thank you. Oh, thank you, Mandy. And then I'm going to go to Shelly's question. So Mandy says, just a quick recommendation for those of us that really enjoy Shauna and her work. Sharing this live may help her reach others. Yes, thank you, Mandy. I love that. I always forget to mention that. Yeah, sharing the live is I know that I see Lisa do that sometimes, and I've seen other people do that too, and that's always really helpful, because then that spreads the word. And my whole mission in life is I want more people to know about animal communication, and know there is a way to even deepen that connection with our pets, and that this is a way that we can do that. So it's really powerful. So there's that. Oh, thank you. And Andrew, I love that. He says, tears of love. Thank you. You're so welcome. And thank you for sharing too. That means so much. So thank you for that. There's that. Oh, Shelly, so much love. You say 12 had a blow up swelling of his sheath cancer and is on antibiotics. We'll do one more cryogenic freezing, and hopefully it hasn't metastasized, but I'm not sure. So I'll definitely do the animal reading thing. So what 12 is showing me is that that like just keep seeing it stop, just keep seeing it stop, and see like if there is any spread, see it like coming back. That doing this cryogenic freezing is going to help like to sink it back in, and just keep holding that vision that there's no leaks, that it's sealed tight, just like when you close a refrigerator door, like it's like everything is all sealed in there. So he says just keep seeing it sealed in there, and he's really glad that you're doing that cryogenic freezing again. He's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because he's like, we see hope where other people wouldn't see the hope, and we give a chance. So he says, thank you for that. And he says he's so grateful. He says he's so grateful for that. He's like, yes, I'm so grateful. So I'm so grateful. Oh, so bless your heart, Shelly, for all the amazing stuff you do with the animals. You're amazing. So there's that. And hey, Marcella, good to see you, Marcella. And then much love to you in 12, Shelly, much love. And then, oh, thank you. And thank you, Andrea, for tagging your friend in here too. Like that's another cool thing that can help too. So that's cool. So let's see. Oh yes, I totally have time, Bianca, and good to see you, Bianca. So only if you have time. Is Monkey okay? He's been moody and grumpy. And you're so welcome, Shelly. He's been moody and grumpy, wondering if he needs a healing or is it related to something else. So he's like showing me like this. He's like, okay. He's like, what's new? He's like, I'm bored. He's like, I'm bored. He's like, what's new? He's like, bring something. He says, bring something new out for me. Cause he's like, ugh, what's this? And he's showing me like rings. So he's making me think of like diving rings. Like, you remember like when you're a kid, like diving rings that you would put into a pool and you would go dive for them. So he's like, give me something to go dive for and find, because he's like, remember, I'm all about fun. And he says, see if that helps to break me out of it. Because he's like, I need that variety. He's like, bring it on. He's like, I need that variety. So he's like really bring that on, because he says that helps him so much. He's like, bring it on. Because if I'm bored, he's like, I'm gonna be a grump master. He says, if I'm bored, I'm gonna be a grump master. So there's that. And then Marcella. Yes, it's okay to ask about your roommate's dog, Henry. He's barking a lot. He says that, oh my gosh, he's so funny. He's like, I the police, he says. I the police. He's like, hey. He's like, don't you know that's going on and that's going on? He's like, roar, roar, roar. He's like, I want to see that. And it's funny because I didn't open my blinds today in my living room. So he's like, I want to see everything that's going on. He's like, I need to go out more. He's like, I need to go out more. He's like, I need to go out more and see what's going on. And he's like, I demand to see everything that's going on. He's like, oh, don't leave me out of things. He's like, oh, and he's showing me the way he barks there. And he like shows me, he like moves his head around. He's like, he's like, come on. He's like, go acknowledge what I'm looking at and see that you see it too. And you know what's going on too. He's like, show me that you see what I see. He says, show me you see what I see. He says, I'm a comedian. So there you go. And then Marcella says, yes, he is. And then Mandy says, police. I love it, right? Ha, ha, ha. And then Bianca says, ha, oh my. We're talking about Monkey. He's my complicated baby. Thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome. He is. He's like, I keep you like the wheels turning. He's like, I keep the wheels turning. So Monkey, love it. And you're so welcome, Marcella. And then Andrea says, you're welcome. Thank you again for the message I so needed and confirmation of what I knew, suspected, and have been told. Sweet dreams, almost 11 p.m. here. Oh, you're so welcome, Andrea. And thanks for tuning in, and sweet dreams to you too. And she says, see me in your dreams, because your dreams are my dreams. So we see each other in our dreams, and that's how we connect, is on that astral plane. So she's like, I'll be there with you and you're there with me. So she says she's so grateful for that. She's like, I'm so grateful. So she says, thank you. So that's beautiful. We always have such a connection with our pets. And even if they're not like physically with us, like we can always like feel that connection and always have access to that connection and always be tuned into that. Like it's always there for us. So I want you guys to remember that and know that, right? Like it's super important to me for you guys to know that. And then I'm going to put my link here too. Like it has all like information on how to schedule a session with me. And then if you want to leave a donation, you can, but you don't have to. And then also too, it has the information about my book. I don't know where I have a copy of it right now. I should have a copy of it handy, but it's my book I wrote about my yellow lab called Soulmate Dog. So you can order a copy of it there. You can order it on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. It's about my yellow lab Luna and our journey together and all the wisdom she instilled in me and just how she helped me in my journey of life. So so there is that. Oh, and there's my nugget there. She's like, I'm gonna get more comfortable here on the couch. So there we go. So there's that. I'm going to see if any other questions come through, and then yeah, I'll be back doing this next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and then on Tuesday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'll be live on my friend Carol's Embrace Your Life Facebook page. Facebook group, and then her Positive Life Focus Facebook page. So if you want to tune in there, it's amazing. So there's that. And then Shelly, I trimmed Lucy's feet in order. You said that she said, and she looked at me kind of long and was pretty good. Thank you for your help with that. Oh, you're so welcome. And she says, yeah, it was good. She's like, okay. She's like, don't think about it, just do it. She's like, don't think about it, just do it. And she says, like, once you got in the groove of like not thinking about it and like just doing it, she said that helped. And I'm glad that I was able to give you that insight from her to help with that. So you're so welcome. I'm glad that helped, because that can be a hard thing, right? Like that can be hard. And sometimes with doing things like nail trims and different things like that, sometimes like I can come in and help during that situation and be like, hey, this is what they're showing me that they like during this, or they're like saying do this or do this or don't do it this way. And so that's another way that the animal communication can come in handy, is to kind of like work with like, hey, they prefer it this way instead of that way. And sometimes there's ways we can work with them with that. So there's that. So let's see. Oh, good question, Emmy. So do your feel the animals you are communicating with? Yes. And it's interesting. So Coolip is laying right to the left of me here, and then Nugget's behind me. And Coolip says, I feel it more than Nugget. She's like, I'm deeper than Nugget, she said. So Nugget says, I feel it a little bit, but Coolip says, I feel it. She's like, I help you. She says, I help you. And Nugget's like, I help too, but yeah, so there we go. So yeah, they feel that and they sense all that stuff too. So that's a great question, Emmy. I love that. So it's awesome. So yes. Our animals and the pets in our lives like feel so much more than we realize. So so there is that. So yeah, they definitely do. So so there you go. So they are so amazing and so in tune with us as we are with them. And if we, remember that, like it's really a beautiful thing. So there is that. So I think I don't see any other questions come through right now. So I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. And I'm so grateful for all of you that tuned in live, all of you that shared it, that tagged people, and I'm just grateful for all of you that listen live, and I'm glad for all of you that listen to the replay. Like I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. So thank you so much for tuning in. And then for those of you that listen on Tuesday with my friend Carol, again, so it'll be on our Positive Focus Facebook page and then her Embrace Your Life Facebook group. And I'll make sure to share about it too. And that'll be at 10 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesday. And then I will be back here next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Oh, yeah. So I'll look forward to seeing you all then. And oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm grateful for you too, Emmy. Thanks for tuning in. I just love you all so much. So thank you again so much. And I'm just sending so much love to each and every one of you. And bye for now. May you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night and a fantastic week ahead. All right, bye for now. Take care.